musical heroes in our storied history, from the Big Bopper and his hit Chantilly Lace, all the way to Beyonce and her long list of pop songs. I recently caught up with two longtime legends of country music who have waited 57 years for this moment. They came back together in the Houston studio they first recorded in decades ago, and it was well worth the wait. When you think of local legends in the Bayou City, one country legend stands right near the top. Houston's own original urban cowboy, Mickey Gilley.
Well, in the 80s, when we did the film The Urban Cowboy, me and Johnny Lee were two of the hottest acts in country music.
Mickey had 17 #1 hits on the country charts over his career.
Ooh, boy.
In the 1980s movie Urban Cowboy, shot at Gilley's in Pasadena, Mickey helped put the Bayou City on the map in a whole new way. Yet Mickey's career began at local recording studio Sugar Hill some 57 years ago. At his side for that first recording was another legendary Texas musician and native Houstonian, Johnny Bush, famous for writing and performing the country classic Whiskey River, which went on to become a signature tune for Texas legend Willie Nelson.
Whiskey River, take my mind.
The two musical giants recently reunited back at the place where it all began to record together again. I guess the song of the day right now is Reunited and It Feels So Good. Talk about the historical significance of you two coming together and in this place.
We was in this recording studio.
Exactly. Probably right here.
Probably in this building. Yeah. But the thing about it is that I met Johnny when I was running the Bel Air Ballroom. He come down and did a fabulous show for me, and I went out on his bus to chat with him a little bit, and I said, he said, "You don't remember me, do you?" And I said, "Well," I said, "Yeah, I know who you're, Johnny Bush, you know. I know a little bit about you, you know." He says, "I played on your first recording session." I said, "Really?"
That shows you how good I play.
Yeah, he said, "I'm the drummer." I said, "Wow."
Recognize this? It has Tell Me Why on one side, Ooh Wee Baby on the other side. You were singing, you were playing drums. By the way, some people might not recognize what this is. It's called a 45. You'd lay it down and you would spin it, and it would play music.
I went in and recorded two songs, Ooh Wee Baby and Tell Me Why, and not knowing at the time that there was only be 500 copies of the record pressed up. And then I found out later that it never got any kind of exposure. 300 of them burned up in a fire. And about 8 years ago, I got an email from the Yoplait Yogurt Company wanting to know if they can use Ooh Wee Baby in a commercial. And I'm thinking, you got the wrong Ooh Wee Baby.
A long time waiting, but it finally paid off.
And he didn't call the musician and say, "Hey, guys."
I should have given you a cut of it.
Tell me why, or do you do me this way?
Back then, you were singing, you were playing drums. Does it seem like it was that long ago, or was it just yesterday and time has flown by?
You see this gray hair?
It seems like another lifetime for me. I don't know about Johnny, but 57 years, you know, has passed.
They were looking, trying to book it, but my rabbit kept on cooking.
57 years is a long time. A lot has happened in between for both of you. It's kind of like that country music song. There's been great highs, there's been great lows. You lost your voice at one point.
At the top of my career, Whiskey River was #1, and we were touring everywhere, and everything was falling into place, and one night my voice just quit.
And because of that deep South upbringing and the Baptist upbringing, you thought maybe you were being paid back for something.
I thought that, you know, being raised like I was, that there was no grant. They didn't have any fun. That's why they call them fundamentalists. They don't have any fun. And I think Gilley told his family one time, he said, "You don't have to pray for me, just don't pray against me."
Absolutely, 100%. Because
I heard you say that.
Because I was raised with Jimmy and Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry Lewis and Reverend Jimmy Swaggart, and I knew what prayer could do. So I told Mama, I said, "You know what? You know, I'd pray for me, just don't pray against me."
Whiskey River, don't run dry.
So fast forward, that went on for 30 years, and went to every doctor you could imagine, and psychiatry, and had my head examined. They said, "We can't find nothing there."
Oh. Wait a minute. That deserves like a little but-um-bum. Oh.
The malady that I had eventually, a part of the brain, the basal ganglia that sends a signal from your brain to your vocal cords to phonate, is in short circuit. They don't know the cause and they don't know the cure, but the reason why I'm singing and talking today is the miracle of Botox injections.
Wow.
The Botox injections every 8 to 10 weeks into the muscles that control the vocal cord, just enough to alleviate the spasms to where my vocal cords, when I go to talk or to sing, they don't voluntarily slam shut like they did for 30 years.
You can lose your woman, you can lose your money, you can lose your fame, but you always have passion. What is it that country music has given you?
If I walked out on the stage and performed for money, I would be really, really broke. I do it because I love what I do.
Brother.
I enjoy doing the music, and even though I can't play the piano right now, I'm hoping my hands come back where I can play the piano again, but
They will.
kind of my fall. But I have a passion for performing, and I enjoy walking out and singing the songs that the folks gave me in my recording career, and I appreciate them.
There's all kinds of music out there, but what is it about country music that just seems to soothe the soul?
Traditional country music is about real life situations. And that being said, that's why the divorce rate is 50%. That being said, somebody's hurting, you know. So when you start recording something like "She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy," that's when I turn the radio on.
Well, I think George Jones had the classic of all, you know, "He Stopped Loving Her Today."
Right.
And that's what's, to me, country music is really all about.
Exactly.
It's about love.
What brought you two back together here today?
A phone call, wasn't it?
We had a phone call. I got a phone call that's saying that here's Johnny Bush's number, and I said, well, let me call him. And so I picked up the phone and called him, and he said something about, you know, have you ever thought about doing a recording? I said, well, I didn't think about it, but you know, those days probably just passed me by. And he said, let's do it again.
Of course, the tune they picked was perfect for the occasion. The George Jones #1 hit written by the Big Bopper, White Lightning.
White Lightning.
Are you thrilled to be back together again in this place?
I'm always excited about recording. You know, used to, when somebody say, you wanted to make a record, I said, turn the recorder on. I don't know about Johnny, but I enjoy it. I made a special trip from Branson to come down here to do this with Johnny because I'm excited about being here. And music is my life. That's what I'm really all about.
What feeling did you get today when you walk through the doors of Sugar Hill, knowing that you recorded here years ago and so many other great artists, like the Big Bopper, for example, performed and recorded here as well?
You get the feeling of, you know, I can't believe it's been that long and I'm still here. So it's a pleasure and honor to be here with Johnny and to be in this recording studio and being able to do something with him.
We're just happy to be anywhere.
Yeah, at our age.
You lose this gig, give us a call.
For these two local legends, lightning has struck many times and just might strike again.
Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Don't let them pick guitars.
So you were saying you've never seen a 45 before?
No.
Yeah, did it look strange to you?
Yes.
Okay, well, it used to play music. Never mind. Okay, you can relive more memories with Mickey Gilley tomorrow night at the Stafford Center. He'll take the stage for another reunion, this time with his fellow urban cowboy legend, Johnny Lee. The concert starts at 8 p.m. You can get more information by going to our website at greatdayhouston.com. Do you know what an 8-track is?
No.
No, you don't know what that is either. Okay, coming up in October, for all you Mickey Gilley superfans, there will be a special show in Branson, Missouri to celebrate 25 years in Branson. That's October 5th. You can also get more details on that at our site at greatdayhouston.com. Up next, we know that a lot of actors are starving artists waiting for their big break. Our next guest was able to pay his rent by starring in the Broadway musical Rent. Up next, we shine the spotlight on Adam Pascal.